everyone back in the Pink Tech Tribe. It is your workshop of the week. We are super excited to be having one of my dearest friends that are joining us tonight. And she is talking all about leveraging connection-driven content for business growth. You guys have no idea how special this type of training is, because here's my thought, okay? You can throw spaghetti at a wall, and I hope you're recording the content while you do it, because you're really just doing nothing while you're doing it. It really is just pointless if you don't know what direction you're leaning into. And also having a value when you're communicating on socials to make driven content that's relatable to the person who's on the other side. I cannot have asked for a better person to come on board with this. And I want to be able to share with you why I know this incredible person. So Daniela is someone that I met through nonprofit work through the Junior Chamber International. Daniela is serving as the NVP, the National Vice President for a region of states, specifically in communication. And her and I just met only a few months ago, where we met at a very intensive training called North American Academy that is designed and designated for leaders by leaders to lead an impacting imprint on what we're doing in our nonprofit realm. We spent 3 days straight, staying up almost 20 hours a day, making sure that we were getting the best of our ability and quality training to be able to take back in our nonprofit world. Daniela stuck out to me on that training because of her innovative thoughts, her direct personality that I love so much. And the person that she truly is underneath it all is someone that I truly admire. And I think that you guys will too. Daniela is the owner. She is the boss of 4 businesses. You guys talk about the and era. This is the and era. She is doing the most, and she is serving at these high national ranking levels in our nonprofit organization. She is the owner of Very Bougie Boutique, the Bougie Boss Pop-Up Market, DBT Properties, and Beyond the Brokenness Mental Wellness Solutions. Can we give it up for my good friend, Daniela Berry Terrell, you guys?
Oh, hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. So I can ramble on and on and on and on all day, but it is so amazing to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. I love that. I love that when I asked you, you were like, "Me what?" And I'm like, "Yes, girl. You know, you have so much to bring to the table and so much to talk about." And so I kind of want to just ask you this really quickly, is, especially, and I don't know if you'll get to this in your training, because I have not seen it. I'm actually so excited to be in on this training tonight. But what inspired you to open up 4 businesses and be also working so in a higher level in our nonprofit organization? I mean, what has inspired you to do that?
It was God. Literally.
Yeah.
I was asleep one day and God said, start a business. I was like, not me, God. Get somebody else to do it. He was like, no, start a business.
Yeah. Wow.
So I did.
Wow. So it's just led you step by step to where you are today.
Absolutely. Just once you, and I wouldn't even say mastered one, once you kind of get your footing in one, it would be like, hey, do this. That's a business. Oh, do this. That's a business. Okay, do this. God, this is the last one now. Mm-hmm. That's me and him. So yeah.
I love it. I love that you had the obedience to be able to say, yes, okay, I will do that. I will do what you're asking and calling me to do.
It wasn't that easy though.
Oh, it never is.
We were negotiating, but I mean, he won't.
Biblically speaking, God qualifies the called. He does not call the qualified. And so if you felt in that season, there's no possibility that I should be doing this, I think that is actually the perfect reason why you were put on our pathway too, because there are so many women in our Pink Tech Tribe that are so determined of starting additional things, and they just need the courage to do so. And so hearing someone just say, like, I was just disciplined and I was obedient to the process and I just took action. I mean, here you are a successful quad business owner, the boss literally of all four of these incredible places. And now we're going to talk about content, because I'm sure the content for each of these things looks a little different, but I'm very excited to dive into how you build meaningful like connections through social media and how you make this work through all of it. So I'm going to leave it to you, Danielle. We're going to have you share the screen here and have you jump in.
All right. Well, we'll just get right on in it. So honestly, I do a lot of this blind, like literally. I don't have a clue in the beginning. I literally have a vision. I might connect with someone who says, hey, can you do this for me? Because this is what I'm trying to do. And we just go from there. But Bougie came from a family slogan. My maiden name is Berry. Bougie came from, we would always say the adults were kind of bougie and the children were kind of bad. So we took kind of bad, kind of bougie, and I just added always cute. And so when I created my business, the first one, it was Berry Bougie. Berry carrying my maiden name, Bougie carrying our family slogan. And so I always say, do it the bougie way. My earrings say bougie, my necklace says bougie, and I also have a tattoo that says bougie. And so the word bougie is a slang terminology, actually. And as you see, it means luxurious in lifestyle, yet humble in character. And so in my boutique, I carry clothes that are affordable. I'm a social worker, so I carry clothes that are affordable, but match them up and they're really cute, as you see the picture in the background, product for my boutique. And so we'll go to the next slide. So yeah, as Brittany stated, I am a serialpreneur. I own a boutique. I am very, very active in my community. I do own a rental property, and I do events. So that's where the Bougie Boss Pop-Up Market came from. And my latest venture of the last a little bit over 2 years is mental health. I've been in the mental health arena for years. Actually, when I started my boutique, it was kind of like fashion is what a lot of people don't really understand, expresses how you feel. Britt, as you were doing your makeup, I was like, oh, she's feeling good, as you were putting on your makeup. But how you feel is expressed in how you dress. Just imagine when I don't feel good, I'm not really concerned about how I'm looking necessarily. I put on frumpy clothes. I might put on loungewear. And so all of that is expressed in my business. Next slide. So real story, real struggle, real success. When I first started, this is how clueless I was. I paid $300 for an EIN number. I didn't know what I was.
Oh, no.
Right. That's free. I didn't know. And so it was crazy. The first product I bought, I lost money buying product. I look at pictures that I took when I first took pictures. I did them in my backyard, which is not a bad thing. But then one of the things that I love the most when I look back over some of my things are lives. I started my business out of my house. And so it was literally the smallest room in my house at the time. And so it was like really confined. It wasn't much room. And I would be in there, baby, my hair would be through. But I was trying on clothes. I would have music in the background. I would be dropping it. I would be picking it up. I would go in and I would throw a different wig on. It was crazy. And I would be tired in the end. Like, oh my God. If you see me in this picture, I was wearing contacts. I was switching wigs. It was crazy. I was like, I'm too tired of this. I am. But what I started doing was I started connecting with people. I would tell them, drop a comment in the comment section. And so them communicating with me, they would say something crazy. I would say something crazy back. I got somebody to moderate. And so they would all the serious comments, they would kind of make sure that I didn't miss those. But I took what was probably 6 customers, because it was my sisters and their friends, or 6 people on my lives, and really, really got to one time I had like over 400 people on Morning Live.
Wow.
I was doing lives in the morning time, before I went to work. I was doing a midday. And then I was doing, because I was working from home, I really wasn't working that hard. And then I was doing them at nighttime. And I was like, oh, this is fun, but this is so tiring. But I started to build what I consider a loyal community. Started going to pop-ups. And so I'm from Jackson, Mississippi, which is about an hour and a half from where I live. I had no customers in Hattiesburg. Most of my customers were from Jackson. And so I was going to Jackson every week. And those people started sharing customers, like, oh, I got this from this boutique and it wasn't but $10. I got this from this boutique and it wasn't but $12. And so I really started to grow my customer base.
Yeah.
When we talk about struggles, the room was so small. Some of my struggles in the beginning were I would be taking the clothes out the pack and they didn't fit me. Mm-hmm. They didn't fit me at all. They were supposed to be my size, but they didn't fit me. Finding a place I lived in the city limit, and so I could not sell outside in my yard in the city limit. So one of the struggles was finding reasonable places to set up because, people charge for vendor fairs or vendor markets. I was just starting out. Most of the money that I was making was going right back in to buy new product.
Right.
And my product was already cheap.
Yeah.
In price, not quality. But I couldn't afford like $50, $60, $70 plus travel, plus all of this other stuff.
Right.
And then loading it up. Ooh, okay. That's a whole other story.
I know, coming from a direct sales background, if I don't have to load up another like skincare set, I would be so happy just knowing I don't have to go anywhere.
Okay, so and that stuff, like, it's literally, I'm not saying it's not the same, but like sometimes when I go now, when I go, I'm trying to just take jewelry. Let me take jewelry and accessories because I can put it all in like a bin. My mom was helping me. My mom was helping me. She was driving. If I had an event locally or down on the coast, she was driving like an hour and a half to me, and then we would go where we would go. And we were taking 70-gallon totes because my thought was, what if I leave something and that's what they want to buy?
I totally resonate. Yep. Absolutely. Actually, a lot of us in here probably resonate to that of going to a trade show or going to a vendor event or thinking about, what to take to a consultation. It's all similar. Yes.
Absolutely. So let me tell you what I started doing. I really started, it was probably December of 2020. COVID was kind of dying down, but December of 2020, what I did was we toted 2 70-gallon totes. I told my mama, we're not doing this no more. We're not doing this anymore. We'll take one of each size. And what we'll do is we're going to make such an impact with the people that we see that it directs them to the website. Beautiful. And so when we talk about content, everywhere I go, I would take a picture. And what I started doing was giving incentives to people when they would take a picture. Like if I send you something, if you buy something from me, take a picture, send it to me. I put your name in for a raffle. Or especially if I can post it on social, put your name in for a raffle. I gave you $5 off your next item. It was so many different incentives because for one, I was tired of trying on every outfit. Mm-hmm. And for two, I definitely was tired of loading up all of the product that I had to load to go. My customers loved my lives. If I can't say nothing, I was trying to find one of the worst pictures that I posted because I was going back and changing clothes. And of course, as you're changing clothes, you're putting your hair all over your head. Well, my wig had shifted.
Oh my God.
Wig shifted. And my friend got the worst screenshot of my shifted wig.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, throw this in the trash can.
It's so true that it's like, it's not funny in the moment, but you look back, you're like, it's hilarious now. It just wasn't, it felt mortifying in the moment.
So, I started learning, honestly, to just be okay with me.
Yeah.
Be okay with my energy, be okay with the descriptions, because I was giving stuff random descriptions. Like, what should we name this? Bad and bougie. Cute. Just people like your authenticity. is what I learned. But I have had so much fun. You can go to the next slide. And so this is my son. This is a very old picture of my son, but it ain't about perfection. When I think about the content that I put out now, my family, my sisters, my mom, aunties and uncles have all been great supporters of me. I got real good, long, deep Baptist religious roots. And so it's nothing for you to see me, hallelujah, oh, thank you, Jesus, and alive. I did have a store for about 3 years. I had a store in the mall. And one of the things that I remember people saying about my store was that we play Christian music all the time. That was what we did. We started off playing like R&B, but we went back and we started playing Christian music because those are my roots. We're not arguing. No, we not. There's an environment. There's a that comes with bad and bougie, and it ain't bad attitude. There's a flavor that we give you. If you come in down, my goal is to lift you up. If you come on alive and you down, my goal is to lift you up. And so always having that engagement with everybody. It doesn't even matter if you're talking negative about what I have. Oh, this ain't. Oh, this. That's fine. Let me know if I can help you with something else. So never getting down because I'm authentic and I believe in my product if no one else does. When I talk about not being about perfection, I hear people say, well, when I get this done, I'm gonna get that started. When I get this, I'm gonna start that.
If I had $1 for every time I heard that, we would be very wealthy people. I'm sure both of us combined, we could buy a really nice house together.
Yeah. And so it wasn't about, I've changed logos maybe 3 or 4 times. The last time I changed logos, I had 3 businesses, but I was in preparation for my 4th one. I knew that a 4th one was about to come. And so I created a brand, which I did not put on here, but it's the B. And so DBT Properties does not even have a logo. It's so easily maintained. All we do is post pictures when we got a property up for grabs. Yeah. But for Very Bougie, the Bougie Boss, and Beyond the Brokenness Mental Wellness Solutions, the B is significant. And so the B carries all of it. It's Very Bougie, Beyond the Brokenness. So BB, all of that.
Yeah.
And so I started doing that. But here again, beforehand, I had about 2 or 3 other logos. So it's not about starting with the best. Because today wasn't the best in 2018 when I started. It's about being there with what you have and the best that you have at that moment. And so we did a lot of videos. My son was in videos. My mom was goofing out in videos. The captions were so surreal, like, had a bad day, but I'm cute, And then we would take pictures. But my friends would always fuss at me about, why you got me in this? Why you got me in this? And so the fussing that they would do getting dressed, I would take that. That's great feed, because when they came out and it's like, rip me out the plastic, I've been acting brand new, and the energy that they would give, people were like, oh, I want that. I want to be a part of that. And so people, they knew when they came in my store that was something that they could do. They could be a part of, like, if you want to be a part of a runway show, by all means, let's do it, because I will do it.
In a way, it sounds like you were almost creating that culture within your value system. Your value system was just in that ripple effect already. And then you were cultivating this incredible culture of just people coming through, and they knew what to expect, but then they got to be part of it. They got to be part of that bigger picture.
Absolutely. And I even did that when they came to my house.
Yeah.
So when people came to
your brand is consistent. No matter where you are, your brand always shows up.
Right. So starting out of my house, that was the one thing that I did. I'll be honest, I was very uncomfortable starting a business out of my house. Like this.
You don't know who's going to come. You don't know who they are.
And then, I'm like, oh, it's my house.
I know.
Do people feel comfortable being in my house? And so that was a big thing. And then I started like, well, if they don't feel comfortable, they can order online. I don't,
Sure.
that's their option. It is a luxury them being able to come to my house. That's just where I was at. Oh, it's fine, come on in, and I made them feel welcome. And that was just the cool, that's the blessing piece. But being able to, even in my words, minister to them, because some of them were coming for various reasons, funeral outfits. That was another thing I'll never forget. I had a friend who shopped with me who went home because her dad passed away, and her friends knew that she shopped with me, and they were like, hey, she needs clothes. And so I was like, hey, somebody run by here. I know my customers' sizes. And so even on a live, they would be like, hey, I want that. Your size is a size small. I want that. You're a size large. I want that. I'll put in the message, or I'll inbox you, or I'll send you an invoice, because I had that type of relationship with my customers if they had shopped with me. But this particular individual, when her dad passed, her friends came by, and I packed up like 4 or 5 outfits that I knew would be good options for her. And they took them to her. And, it wasn't a matter of, hey, pay me before you leave my house. No, we'll figure the rest of it out later. Now, I don't do that for everybody.
No, but in this example, which is so helpful, I think, for our audience, is that when you create a culture that relies on trust, in this example, your culture relied on trust. They trusted you with so many of their special events and moments that in return, you trusted your clients as well. Absolutely. You build this like equal exchange, which is possible. And it's because you're going live. It's because you're like, they are seeing the real you. And I'm sure that feels kind of strange for you sometimes, if you were to have met a client that you would never have met otherwise, unless they met you through the storefront or whatever, but they feel like they know you. They feel like they know your whole story, and you're like, excuse me, like, who are you? You probably feel strange in that way, but that just goes to show how truly authentic you are.
Well, the crazy thing is, on a business page, people follow you. You don't know who follows you. They don't always comment on your videos. You don't see them. You see you got like 100 followers, 1,000 followers, a million followers, but you don't know who all follows you. And so I would be places, and people would be like, that's bougie. I stopped shopping at Walmart because the local store around that's not too far from my house, when I walked in the door, they were like, hey, bougie, hey, girl. And I don't even know your name.
I know.
I started having friends, FRENs. That's what that I didn't know. I don't know their names specifically, but they know me, and I'm going to have a whole conversation with you, me knowing your name or not, because you thought enough of me to connect. And so, hey, we're going. My son was saying, everybody's your friend. I said, yes, baby, everybody is.
Yeah. And I think that if I could just add this, and I don't know if this is on your slide deck, but I think that that's the missing piece that a lot of people forget. Like, people have a lot of intimidation, I think, for showing up on social media because they don't want to overshare. But if you are being consistent, regardless of if you're on social media or if you're in person, that is the truest form of authenticity. I actually have had a person in my past in a leadership position where she was one way on social media and she was a total different way in person. Like, in person, I was intimidated by her. Social media, I loved her. I was like, oh my gosh, she's my best friend. She's relatable. In person, I was like, whoa, totally different atmosphere. So the fact that you can be consistent regardless of where you are, that's, I think, a hidden gem that people are not thinking about. If you just showed up how you were supposed to, exactly how you're doing in person, online should be no different. Absolutely. And that's, I think, that fear buster, that myth buster of like, oh, social media is so challenging because I have to be a certain way. No, you don't. Just show up.
Go to the next slide, but you're all on the next slide. Now, this is what's funny. I'm a therapist in real life. And so 8 to 5, Monday through Thursday, 8 to 12, I am a private practice mental health clinician. Beyond the Brokenness Mental Wellness Solutions, where we take you on your journey from brokenness to healed. And this is me in therapy. I am, I give them the same energy. My kids, I give them the same energy. Girl, now this is me in therapy. Girl, now you know that ain't true. You know that ain't true. It's the same thing. Or,
Yeah,
if they come in and they're telling me something, we went into, we're winning. Okay. It's the same thing.
yeah,
Now, do I know? Am I professional? Do I maintain boundaries? Yes.
of
But I
course.
don't have to be dry. I don't have to be without energy. People buy into you before they buy into any product you're selling.
So
It
good.
does not matter. I remember literally walking into a restaurant, and I ordered from the menu. I won't, because if I go to telling, somebody might know. But I ordered from the menu. They were so dry to me that I never wanted to eat there. I never did. But I didn't even want to eat that type of food anymore. And
Mm,
so now I've gotten to the point to where I don't have to give you my money if you don't give me good energy. I can go somewhere else. People want to be able to relate to you. They want to be able to trust what you're saying. And the best way I can do that, Brittany, is by what I see on Facebook and what I see in person being the same thing.
yeah.
I went to it was a reception yesterday. And I was asking them, do I need to bring my fan out the car? Because I will pop a fan quick. They were like, no, Daniela. So now people are asking me, Daniela, you don't have that fan nowhere. No, I don't. I even put them in my car today because I didn't trust myself. But
Right.
they know when I come, I'm coming with energy. They know
Yeah.
if you drop a beat, Daniela gonna drop a move. It does not matter where we are. They know that my personality, I hope they know that my personality is the same. Even if we at church, it's the same.
Mhm.
It's the same.
I believe you. And every ounce of my fiber of my being, I just believe that to be true. I don't have to see it. I just know it. And I've only met Daniela, just for our viewers. I've only seen well, I've seen Daniela now for months on social media, and I obviously know what kind of person she shows up as on socials. But I've also met Daniela now twice in person, and both times she's been the same. And I think that that is like just true authenticity. And I just would encourage any viewer who's hearing the sound of our voices, the message is clear. Just show up as you, and the right people will become attracted to that version of who you are every single
On
time.
this one, you see the young lady who's looking, and I put that one there specifically because a lot of people are looking for you to be authentically you.
So
That's it. This is me. I want to share this picture. So this is me. I've been up 200 pounds a couple times in my life. When I started my boutique, it was mainly to really empower women to be them, no matter what size you are. And so within a year's time, I set a goal to lose some weight, and I did it all with running. Well, not running. Let me reframe that. I wasn't running. I was walking. and
yeah.
so so I did this. And so it is always like kind of set a goal. And that's what I did with my business. I set a goal. That's what I've always done with all of set a goal. Like, hey, this is what we're going to do. The way we went into the mall was I set a goal to be able to reach new customers. I'll tell you from the start, when I first started, majority of my clientele were African American women. I had a couple Caucasian clients, but I wanted to meet new people. I wanted to be able to provide product to all types of women. And I was able to do that in the mall. Was I scared as crap? Yeah, because it was free at the house. Going in the mall was not free. And so I was very afraid. But because people were able, and it was new, when I went in the mall, it was a new thing, but people were able to relate to me. And I was successful in the mall. I'll tell anybody go. Now, I don't know if you're going to be as successful as I might have was, but I love the mall. You can go to the next slide. Be you, be bold. My why, I tell people from the door, I like going to work for people. If you had told the 2017 Daniela you would have been an entrepreneur, I would have told you was a lie, because I loved going to work for people. And so with that being said, I have always been someone who wanted to help. I'm a social worker, been a social worker. I've been a social worker for 20 years. Ooh, I've been a social worker for 20 years. That kind of tell my age. But
No,
I
I
always,
believe you. Amazing. It's amazing. Seriously, yes, go on. Sorry.
I've always wanted to help people. And so when I would sell you an item, it wasn't just to make a sale. If it wasn't your size, or if you weren't comfortable, I was like, don't buy it. Don't buy it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. I would send you to another store. My why was because God wanted me to do this. God don't want me to sell you something you don't like.
No.
Because you're not going to walk in it cute.
Right.
And so every time I go, that is the one thing that I do is I tell people my story. God told me to open this business, so I'm not going to do wrong by you or anybody else. And as I'm talking to people, I don't mind telling them my story. I don't mind telling people I love Jesus like 10,000 times a day. You know, it's with me. Take it or leave it. But yeah, people are going to buy your realness. And I don't know you're real by the first time I see you. I know you're real by the first time I see you and how it matches every time thereafter.
Right.
Like, you don't change.
Yeah. Ugh.
So I know we're almost at our time. So we're going to kind of go to the next one. So if you're trying to really reach people through your content, be sure that people know why you're doing what you're doing. I've had several people who wanted to start a business, but they wanted to start a business just to start a business. No, I got 99,000 things I could do other than start a business. Why are you creating this business? Why are you creating this content? Are you creating this content just because you want to get likes and followers? Or are you creating this content so people can be, for me, it's so people can be changed, people can be empowered, people can be motivated, and they can be their best self, which is, I mean, that's my brand. I do a lot of behind the scenes and go live. My mom is my girl. If you follow me on social, you're going to see me posting her. She drives an hour and a half, sometimes every week, every other week, once or twice a month, just to see me. She came today to clean my bathroom.
Yeah.
My mama loves me. And so when they say highlight somebody from your community, I'm always highlighting my mom. And so a lot of times when people see me out, they be like, where is Mary? It's me. It's me. It's me. They're like, I don't know.
You can meet today. Mary will be on the next video.
Right. But, you know, that was the thing. And then be consistent. I can't say it enough. There is no need for me to see you going live today and you're talking about building a successful community, and I don't see you go live until another 3 months. Did your business close? Be consistent. Be consistent. You can, with Meta, you can schedule your post. With Canva, you can schedule your post out. Be consistent. Canva is amazing. Meta only lets you schedule out for 30 days, but Canva will allow you to schedule some posts longer than that 30-day time frame. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, you can't tag, but you can always go back on and add that tag in. But listen, ask questions that invite that where people can see how vulnerable you are. You know, when it comes to mental health, that's my heart. And so when I'm asking people, like, how are you talking to your kids? I say it all the time. My son, we go live often. My son, my neighbor's son, we all go. So be consistent. You don't have to have consistent content in regards to, like, I'm always showing a dress. But people need to see that you're still in business. People need to see that you're still grinding. They need to see it. Mm-hmm. I got 2 more slides, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. We didn't wait to be perfect. We showed up. We showed up real. And we started really gaining followers because we were out in the community. Mm-hmm. And so people saw us making impact in our community, whether it was at a church event. They started seeing us giving back to the community. I've always worked a real job until until October. I always worked a job, and then I had these businesses. I don't know. And so I always gave back with the money that I made from my businesses, because my husband works his job to take care of me. But anyway, and so that's my story. It's my husband's job to take care of me. I work to really give back to my community. Mm. And so what you tell within your story is how you first open up conversation to start that connection. It's amazing. I'm my brand every day. My family wears a necklace. My family wears earrings, but I got it tatted on my skin. I'm bougie, baby. The connection is the breakthrough is the connection. Once you get out of yourself thinking about how to make it perfect and you just do it, eventually the perfection comes because I've done it so much. It's natural. I do this every day. It's natural. So last but not least, connect with us. That kind of jumbled up when I send it to you, but that's irrelevant. All you have to do is scan that QR code and you can follow us.
Yes, I love it. Oh my gosh, Daniela, thank you so much. Your wisdom and value that you just brought to our table was incredible. I love how, I mean, truly, I know that the word for the day is authentic. And it's probably bougie authentic, but it's truly authentic of who you are. And I just love how much you are resilient. I got a lot from your story because I think that a lot of women struggle with feeling like they have to be a certain mold to fit the quota, the status quo. And I just feel like you've been able to really break that belief barrier today for a lot of women. And I know that they are just going to be like absorbing every ounce of it, knowing that you are completely telling everyone, just be you, just be you. And the resilience of the struggle that comes along the way, like, of course things are going to go wrong, or of course things are not going to go the right way every single time. But do you have enough confidence to be able to withstand when those storms are hitting you? And the confidence has to come from you. And so I just really admire so much of what you just said and just gave to our community. So Daniela, thank you so, so much from the bottom of my heart. I just adore you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, if you guys want to connect with Daniela, please make sure you go back and follow her, and we will make sure that you guys have a great connection there. She is an incredible asset to your community, and I hope that you guys all will take action and do so. I do want to be able to share a quick reminder of what we do have coming up next, and that is going to be on May 23rd, May 24th. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Dorothy. May 22nd, we are going to be having how to create that value-driven content for emails and socials. This is going to be beyond the showing up consistently and showing up with value. This is going to be how to make value your primary focus first, and then from value, you have a return on investment. Because if you're not showing up consistently and you're not showing up with something that's in it for them, we have a mentor in our life, Mary Kay Ash used to say, imagine every person has a sign around their neck that says, make me feel important. On the backside, it says, what's in it for me? So this is the part where we're going to add value to your clients first, so that when they are booking with you, when they are purchasing with you, when they are creating and cultivating a session for you, that you have something valuable to give them first. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And if you guys have a referral of who you think could benefit from the Pink Tech Tribe, you're going to want to make sure that you let us know who you're sending over. And we have a gift for you when you send it to when you have 3 people join our Pink Tech Tribe. We are getting developed for you a beautiful extra piece that is going to be extra special just for you. So we are grateful that you guys tuned in today for leveraging your consistency and how you can have connection driven content. And I loved everything that Daniela had to say. And I hope that you take something that you learned today and apply it directly to your social media content. I'm so grateful to be here in the Pink Tech Tribe. We will see you guys in 2 weeks for the next training, which will be with me. And I'll see you guys here, same time, same place, different day. Bye, guys.